Hey there everyone, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, aka the Queen of Woke, as rightly christened by one of my haters. Just want to quickly address this rumour that's going around, and this is just a rumour. This is from Bounding Into Comics, and there is a rumour going around that Disney is moving to trim Rachel Zegler's Snow White screen time with new childhood subplot. And, this is all after everything that she said, everything that came to light during the strikes. This is all because of what she said. Now, I know she's young, and there are things that she will get wrong and things that she'll get right. But it's very clear that she was running her mouth when she shouldn't have been running her mouth, basically. And it's caused a lot of damage, and now it's coming back to bite Disney in the backside. They did some damage control with the Variety, with the Actors on Actors, where Halle Bailey, I think, really couldn't be bothered to be there. But she knew what she was there for. Anyway, it says, according to the latest whistles on the digital streets, in hoping to undo at least some of the damage done by Rachel Zegler's very public denigration of the film's source material, Disney is currently moving to trim her Snow White screen time by adding a new subplot focused specifically on the titular princess's childhood. The rumour was first raised in the public on the January the 23rd, courtesy of rising entertainment industry commentator and That Pop Place editor WDW Pro. Per information first relayed by him by an alleged source insider, in light of the Zegler star fading among audiences thanks to her aforementioned history of trashing every aspect of Disney's original animated take on Snow White, the House of Mouse is presently working to soften the public's perception of the princess's live-action incarnation. However, rather than do so by the way of reshooting the film with a new actress or having Zegler attempt to portray a more traditional version of the princess, the former being considered unfeasible due to its costs, and the latter because audiences would rightly find such a heel turn to unbelievable, Disney will instead attempt to salvage the live-action Snow White's image with a new story beat centered on her younger self and brought to life by a completely separate actress. To this end, as relayed by WDW Pro, Disney has hired a young actress to play Snow White as a child. The idea is to cut time out of Zegler's performance, show Snow White as a cute little kid, and soften the character with flashbacks and or major origin story portion at the beginning of the film. He further recapped of his sources' information. Of course, edits have not begun for these scenes, as we believe they're not shot yet, so things could change. As of writing, and unsurprisingly given its explicit description by the YouTuber himself as a rumour, and yes, it is just a rumour, WDW Pro's scoop remains uncorroborated by official sources, but in an interesting twist, just days before WDW Pro broke his story, Disney-centric news outlet The Disinsider published a report claiming that the film had just cast a 10-year-old coda star, Emilia Foucher, to portray the child-age princess. Should this rumour panned out, it would stand as but the latest change made to the animated original in its jump to live action. As previously reported, the film will make such deviations from the source material as addition of the new character Jonathan, as portrayed by We Crashed actor Andrew Burnap. Wow, what's going on here? That just jumped like anything. What is going on? And the Queen, as portrayed by Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot, receiving her own song and dance numbers. Notably, like the preceding rumour, Foucher's casting as a child-aged Snow White has yet to be confirmed by Disney or any parties related to the film's production. Ultimately, whether or not it reports holds any weight, and if so, whether admittedly adorable Foucher's presence in the film will be enough to entice any audience members into handing over their cash to yet another of the mouse's soulless cash grabs, will be determined as the Disney releases more information in the lead up to Snow White's March 21st, 2025 release date. And of course, that release date was pushed back because in light of the Daily Wire's version of Snow White starring Brett Cooper, which is going to be a much more traditional telling of the story, which is what I would prefer to see rather than what Disney are going to be put out. This is, of course, just a rumor, but will it work? That is the question. Will this get bums on seats? If this turns out to be true, will this change the perception of the new Disney Snow White film that is set to release in 2025? I don't think so. Disney have already spent way too much money on it. They're losing money on Disney Plus. They have just catered to a small minority audience rather than the majority of audiences, and it is coming back majorly to bite them, and it's not looking good for Disney. It isn't looking good, and I just don't think that this will save the film at all. If anything, they won't can the film. They can't reshoot the entire film. It's too expensive. They spent too much money on it already. They may just secretly move it to Disney Plus, but then, you know, I'm almost very much like, well, you need to stand by your guns. If you're going to release it at the cinema, you should release it at the cinema. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, it is just a rumor. It is just a rumor, but Disney are facing a lot of backlash. Rachel Zegler faced a lot of backlash. The Variety Damage Control didn't do a lot for them either. So we'll wait and see. Let me know what you think. Chat about it. Don't shout about it. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my new Spotify channel. That's up as well. And I shall see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.